Let's talk about combos. When it comes to fighting games, no technique is more iconic than the combo. For people who don't know what a combo is when you link several moves together in an uninterrupted sequence where the opponent isn't able to do anything. Most of the time. For neat things that gamers like to call big damage. Now, combos aren't unique to fighting games. Talk to any character action enjoyer and they'll happily show you the guaranteed max style rank sequence they found in that game, but they are definitely a defining factor of fighting games and are generally what casual players obsess over. But why is that? Well, when you see clips of fighting games without knowing a lot about the games, it's hard to appreciate the neutral and defensive habits of the games, but there's one thing that every gamer across the world can recognize, and that's when someone does a lot of damage. Like, let's be honest, when you see something like this in a game, it's hard for our neurons to not just activate when we see the bar fall so far, like, oh my god, it's so cool. But how do you learn stuff like this? If only there was some piece of fighting games that showed you exactly what combos your character can do, as well as giving you a demonstration on what they look like. Oh, hey, look, guys, it's the thing that I just described. Wow. It's almost like I planned this or something. In the majority of modern fighting games, there's a mode known as combo trials, in which the developers have pre-created combos for the players to perform. These combos are character-specific, and it's generally a rite of passage for players to complete all of their main character combo trials, even if they don't exactly turn out to be very effective. Generally, you can see the fighting game combo trial of having different tiers with what they have to offer for players, both new and old. So let's look at the most basic of tiers. Combos can be something that's pretty intimidating for new players. After all, you have to do several moves in quick succession, with some of them being special moves. And if you've never played the genre before, the idea that you can press light to medium to heavy, then go into a motion input, can feel quite daunting. If a game's main driving idea that is trying to appeal to casual and new players as much as it is trying to appeal to the veterans of the genre, you may end up with combo trials that look something like this. Now, to newbies, this can look pretty scary, and if you are one of those newbies, I have no joy in telling you that it only gets worse from here. These combos are extremely simple. In a lot of games, I'd see them as either basic universal combos or a standard day one combo that people spam online for actually figuring out the damaging stuff. They can give you the basics, like which moves link into what moves can be used to start a combo, which ones can be used to end a combo, and maybe a small gimmick about the character, but that's about it. If you know literally nothing about the genre, or sometimes the subgenre, I guess, then these can tell you the very basics of what makes up a combo, being your starting move, your middle filler bits, and your final ending move that caps it all off. From here, you can begin to craft your own combos, seeing what you can and can't put in them in order to get things that do more damage reliably. However, once you are past that point, these combo trials tend to suck as they become outdated within a few weeks or even days of them existing, which is always a shame to see, but if that's the best the developer can come up with, then sometimes it's just better to make your own combos up from the start. Though that doesn't mean that all combo trials are useless. Even some of them have useful combos in them, such as the ones that have... When talking about fighting games, a B&B stands for bread and butter, and is a generalized term which applies to basic combos which can be used at most skill levels in very general situations. A lot of the time, these are very simple combos that come off of hits that you'll get regularly in a match, like lighter moves or common pokes that your character would have. Knowing your character's B&Bs is pretty important, however, depending on the game and what character you're playing, it's not 100% vital to success. Depending on your game, a B&B can look something like this, to something a little bit more complicated that looks like this. Now, these B&Bs can still range depending on your character as well, but the main goal of a B&B is to get consistent damage while also getting a consistent knockdown. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example, a lot of the game's pressure revolves around soft and hard knockdowns. Soft knockdowns are the most common, and most characters can get them after landing an aerial heavy attack. From this, they can run a basic pressure sequence or a mix-up on the opponent as they are waking up, known as Okizeme. However, Android 21 isn't able to get a soft knockdown from her jumping heavy, meaning she has to use a Dragon Rush in order to get the same knockdown. This means either using meter for a vanished or an assist to keep them in the air as you finish your combo. So, she technically has a different B&B to the rest of the cast. Now, Dragon Ball doesn't teach you this because its learning tools are bad. However, there are games that do teach you your standard B&Bs and ways to get knockdown. Under Night in Birth has a wide range of combos for players to practice, with a lot of them being simple B&Bs that you can easily apply into your matches. But others, well, others are on a tier of their own. Now we're getting to the real bullshit. Sometimes in the process of making a fighting game, developers add things to characters that give them a unique route in combos, but they require specific knowledge of the character or a special kind of input in order to complete. These combo trials intend to teach players about these gimmicks for characters, so players have a better understanding of what they're able to do. This could be something simple like XR's approach of literally giving you a text box right before a trial, saying what unique technique this character can perform and how to do it, or it can be something a bit more sneaky, like Eunice, where they expect you to go and look at the combo and go, oh, I see, I can just do that, I guess. Now, sometimes this is obvious, like Enkidu being able to cancel his moves into parry for extra combo routes, but sometimes it's a bit more secretive, like hiding Tiger Knee inputs in combos, or having to use charge partitioning in order to get a normal out, or having a really tight link or string that you wouldn't normally think is possible, but it definitely is. Because of these knowledge checks, or sometimes just the developers hating us, these combos tend to be pretty difficult for players to perform and can take people several days or even weeks to fully nail them down. You do sometimes want combos like this in order to get players doing cool stuff early in your game and to give the high-level players something to awaken their combo-making senses. However, there's still the problem that later down the line, these combos end up becoming inefficient. See, as time goes on, massive fucking nerds, like myself, try to find ways to squeeze out every drop of damage they can from different combos and interactions. Sometimes players find combo routes that are high damaging and extremely easy to pull off when compared to the harder trial combos, or other times they find routes which still can be hard or even harder, but the damage difference is noticeable enough that there's no point in using the other combo. This is a process known as optimization, and when a player finds a max damage combo with a good ender that leaves them in a favorable position, it's referred to as an optimal combo. Now, optimization isn't a process that really ever ends. I'm sure that once we're all wiped off the face of the planet, Marvel players will still find a way to get a little bit more damage out of their combos, so today's optimals may one day become obsolete as players find new optimal combos, but with every iteration of a combo, it drives the effectiveness of the old trial combos lower and lower. There's also a chance that your game ends up revolving around different techniques that require different types of combos. Schoolgirls is a very good tutorial with a decent combo system, but the game mostly revolves around resetting your opponent by ending a combo early and hitting them in a way that they didn't see coming. Well, unless you're Beowulf, in which case the game is about. So the longer that these games go on, the more these harder combos become more and more redundant. So, who exactly are they made for?
Hey guys, it's me, your boy, Jacob the Rebel, and today we're going to be playing through the hardest combo trials in Guilty Gear Xrd. Make sure to smash that like button and that subscribe button, and share this video with your friends, your family pets, your enemies, your frenemies, your plug, and the hitchhiker that I know you killed 5 years ago. You cannot hide from me. You hear me? I know what you did. I know what you did!
Due to all these factors, devs are put in a pretty awkward position when it comes to making combo trials. They obviously want players to understand their combo system and have a way to hit the ground running when the game comes out, and they're not just randomly poking each other with attacks till one of the players die, but you need to make sure the combos aren't too powerful, so there's not much left for players to explore. Higher level players love finding new combos, be it optimal or just really cool looking, and you want to encourage that and put them on the right path. Either way though, there's a good chance that at some point the combo trials are going to become dead content as players find new combos in different places. So what can you do? Well, in the modern game, you can just let players make their own combo trials. A lot of old games have mods that let you download and add combo trials to said games, with ranges of combos, with things such as simple bread and butter combos, to the infamous full stun combo on Makoto, to literally Evo Moment 37. Plus, sometimes the developers put ways to create your own combo trials just in the game itself. Guilty Gear Strive has a combo maker mode, instead of having a standard combo trial. This allows you to find any combo you want from people who posted them, meaning you can find current optimal combos as players post them. Or you can just get the game to make you a combo trial and feel cool as fuck for completing it. Combo trials are always a nice addition to fighting games that can help people at the start of the game to understand their character's combo structure. However, there's a chance that they become dead content for more dedicated players as time goes on. While this can happen, I do think that combo trials are still a really good part of fighting games, and I always love seeing them in my games. And obviously, letting players make their own combos and adding them into the game always means that they will be updated and never actually die. Thanks for watching, everyone. Go sub to my Patreon. Special thanks to Super, Brudikai, Lady Dantalon, Monarch, Mystery, Proxicon, Daniel Wiedericht, Rabbit Mask, Tom Tanks, Edison Lottery, Smeech, Straw Fox, Otaku Joseph, and Maki Yamazaki for being Tier 2 patrons.